Well, if you've ever driven downtown at rush hour, you have no doubt noticed it.
Lead has 2 lanes for the morning commute, but Cole only 1 lane for the afternoon stampede. And it gets really backed up. But as News 13's Chris McKee shows you on special assignment, the city doesn't have a problem with it.
It's one of the top 5 busiest streets in the city's downtown. For about 7,000 drivers a day, Cole Avenue is the way to get out of downtown with a straight shot up to I-25. Easy enough, right? But ask some drivers leaving downtown on a weekday afternoon.
I just wanted to see if I could ask you a traffic question.
And they'll tell you.
Have you ever seen the traffic back up on here?
Yeah, definitely.
Getting out isn't so simple.
And do you ever get stuck at these lights here in rush hour?
Quite frequently, yeah.
When do you get stuck in these lights?
Dude, all the time. All day, every day.
Weekday afternoons can leave cars at a crawl on Cole. Drivers have 1 lane of traffic heading east out of Cole's downtown blocks. Compare that to Lead Avenue, a sister street just 1 block north. Lead has 2 lanes of traffic into downtown. But on Cole, around 5 o'clock, cars heading out of downtown will back up for nearly 5 blocks, stretching from the bridge at 2nd Street all the way up to 6th or 7th.
At close to 5, quite a bit.
We took our camera out here on 4 different days across 4 different weeks and found the traffic back up nearly every time. In some cases, it's almost easier just to walk.
On a Thursday afternoon around 5 o'clock, it took us about 6.5 minutes to move through just 4 blocks on Cole. Drivers get stuck as lights go from green to red. Then more cars turn onto Cole, leaving drivers with nowhere to go again when the light turns green again. On a Tuesday, we saw drivers get tired of waiting, choosing to peel off Cole and head through residential streets instead. The backup doesn't bother everyone.
It's just fine with me. I'm kind of cool about it.
But it's a bother if you're in a hurry.
Is it an annoyance though for you?
Oh, well, when you're trying to get home, yeah.
Some drivers blame the city's traffic light setup.
The timing of the lights. Yeah, I think so.
Do you see the traffic light timing as a problem too?
Yes, I think so.
The roughly 30-second green light sequence sometimes squeezes just 3 or 4 cars through. Not enough time to clear out the backup. We took our video to the city.
Okay.
Melissa Lozoya is the acting director of the city's municipal development department, which works in part to fix the city's traffic problems.
This is not something that we have been made aware of in the past.
But that doesn't mean the city is calling this a problem.
The first thing I thought of was it was peak hour when we do have an influx of people leaving the downtown area trying to get out and get to the freeways.
While we saw the backup a lot, the city hasn't.
But the report that I got was that we weren't able to see the backup as shown in the video.
Because of that, the city says there's no fix on the radar.
Not at this time. We are more than happy to monitor it and see perhaps if we can see the situation that you've described.
It hasn't always been like this. Cole used to have more than 1 lane out of downtown, but the city turned it into 2-way with more on-street parking. That was more than a decade ago. The idea? Get people to slow down and maybe shop at a handful of businesses along that stretch. So could the city tweak the design on Cole again to add a 2nd lane out?
And we had kind of looked at that, but the business owners in the area felt that it was an impact to their businesses and they did not desire the one-ways.
The city says drivers just have to live with it. Some drivers, though, think they've lived with it long enough.
We take this road almost every day, and we definitely get stuck right at this place.
On special assignment, Chris McKee, KRQE News 13.
City told us they will keep an eye on Cole for any possible tweaks they can make to help traffic move without adding a lane. Of course, Lead and Cole are 1-way for miles once you get out of downtown. You can read more about future ideas for Cole and get a look at the extended raw video of the traffic backup. Just check out our KRQE News app.